Okay, says we're live. So hello, welcome. Cheers. I've been doing a little bit of work in my reading journal today. I finished another book, so I needed to update a couple of the ones that I had put on hiatus, and then the one that I finished yesterday. Technically, it was probably today, but it was before I went to sleep, so you know how that goes. Just one more chapter, right? Anyway, yes. So I finished doing that one and then in my journal, and then I am also updating one of the other books that I have finished. When did I finish it? Last Sunday. And I never did the looking up the copyright and the page numbers and all that kind of stuff. So I needed to do the details for that one. So I am now up to 25 books for the year. So I have adjusted my, I don't know what you count this, what you call this, but I filled in this page and then added a 25% marker because all I had was the 50 and 100% done. So I added the 25 and 75%. Did that. Updated the counts for what I actually read or actually finished during the months. So far, April has been my best month because I got 6 individual in March and then 13 across the board across the first quarter. Then I did 7 in April, and then I finished 4 in May, and then I've done 2 so far this month. Finished them, that is. I don't count them until they're finished. But anyway, I still have no books that were primarily purple covers as of yet. So I may have to remedy that because my rainbow is not complete in terms of like the color cover challenge. I am going to be filling in, let me just sort of mark them, those two, the one with the spy and the contract relationship. I still have not done any that I would consider like a true horror or a true thriller. I still haven't done like a cozy mystery fairy tale retelling. I probably have done, but I would have to think a little harder to like figure out which one it is. So I'll just wait until I read like a very obvious fairy tale retelling. I've yet to read something that I would consider like truly a dark fiction. I guess I've just been avoiding it. And then I probably could mark off the flash fiction. But again, like I haven't really considered it flash. And then I still haven't read an anthology of poems. I have one, but yeah. And again, like I could probably mark off Coffee Sunshine over on the romance trope bingo. And again, I have fairy tale over there as well. I haven't. And again, I've still been reading mainly from outside the US. So my domestic challenge is not going well. It's really not. It's not going well. I still have to update the A to Z challenge to get a better picture of like where the letters are. I've been doing terribly, absolutely terribly at reading the series that I own or the series that I would like to complete. Some of these, like the Carpathians, I know that, and the Ghostwalkers, I know I've read some of them and own quite a few, but I just haven't gone and like reread them in like order and made sure that I have all of them. You know, all that kind of fun stuff. Like J.D. Robb, I know I've read at least 27 of. But yeah, so I'm not doing very well at reading my actual TBRs. I've done like a decent chunk of I started doing this last year. So I've done some. My nonfiction has been absolutely abysmal. But yeah, so it's coming along. It's coming along. But the 52 book challenge, like I'm kind of like some of the books I typically don't pick up pure mysteries. And so number 1 on the list is a locked room mystery. And I'm like, how do I know it's going to have that in there until I read it? Like, I don't, maybe it'll have that. Maybe it won't. I don't know. And so, things like that. The title starts with L. I could probably mark off, but I think I used that book for something else on the list, so I don't know if I should mark off both. I don't know how that works. Are you like with these 52 book challenges? Are you supposed to be able to mark off multiple with one, or are you supposed to only read, or you're supposed to only check off one? That way, the goal is to read 52 books. I don't know. Anyway, Booker Prize nominee. I don't think I have any of those on my TBR list, to be honest. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do with that. Things like that. And then they have some from like specific, published by Hachette. So I'll have to look and see if I have anything by that. I don't know. But yeah, so it's kind of like me. How are we doing? I don't know. It's going mediocre, I would say. It's going mediocre. I have started way more books this month. I think my attention span this month, the end of last month to this month, has been quite jumpy, my attention span. So I think I wrote down like somewhere between 8 and 10 books that I had started and like haven't gone back to yet. So I'm like, do I count those as DNFs, or do I wait and see if I am going to actually go back to those? I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, hello. Welcome. Sorry to just like word spew on you. But anyway, hello. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the father figures in your life. So, Keiko says hi. Hello. Welcome. CB is here. Hello. Hello. Keiko says YouTube has been struggling with the streams this entire week. So you hope it works for now. I hope it works for you. I hope so. Thomas A. Hunt. Hello, hello. Hey, hey, y'all. Welcome. Megan is here. Hello. Hello. How are you? How did the job interview go? Did you get a positive response? Does it look like a job you want? Does it look like they'll be sort of like flexible with you? Should they decide and you decide that it's a go? How'd it go? Hopefully it went well. CB says Starlight Express was great, and so was Sister Act. Fantastic. Lovely. I hope you had a great time. Keiko says Thursday on the Chaos Queens stream, only 2 people at some point could comment. The rest could not anymore, almost until the end of the stream. Ooh. Well, on the plus side, it seems like most of y'all are able to comment, so that is a good thing. So my journal looks so pretty. Thank you. I already stressed out about making it look pretty and how to be organized. So, well, that's the thing is I watch so much Bujo content and reading journal content before I started one. I cannot tell you how many reading journal videos that I started and watched before I decided to start my own. And I picked and choose. I really went through and I was like, I do like this, I don't like that. And so I was very intentional about the things that I wanted to keep and try, which is why most of my stuff is like all I really have is I have this from Jashi Corinne, her fantasy book map. Let's see if it'll focus. Yeah, so like Reading Slump Canyons, Miscommunication Mountain Range, Book Talk Vortex, Happy Ending, Spine Kraken. You know, it's really fun and cute, and I loved this. So Jashi sells the plain map because she's spent quite amount of time drawing it up and figuring out how she wanted it to look. So I paid for the digital version of the map so I could print it out and use it. So now I can use it in every reading journal that I ever have from now on. So I just printed it out, glued or taped it in. I used my glue tape, this thingy, the glue runner, tape runner, glue runner thingy. And then I colored it in. But yeah, so it's on computer paper and then just taped in, and then colored. So, but anyway, she sells it. It's great. I love it. And then I have a table of contents, which I need to update, because yes, I have not updated it since February. Then I have my fiction and my nonfiction TBR lists, which I printed out, again from the computer because I did not feel like writing it up again. And I just use washi tape to decorate, washi tape and stickers. And then I did want to track the series that I own and the series that I would like to continue reading. And so I looked and saw sort of like how many they are currently at. And so I went and just did little boxes for them. I don't know. This was the one I was a little hesitant about because I don't know how good I'll be at keeping it up, to be honest. And then I have letter stamps. So I went and did the letters for A to Z. Although Z is kind of hanging out in the middle of nowhere, and I don't know that I have space for it, but we'll see. And then again, I just printed out a map of the states and glue taped it in, whatever the adhesive is. And then I went and I made genre and romance trope bingos that I knew that I am likely to read, or that I am interested in trying to read a little bit more of in terms of genres. That I liked the color rainbow option. And so I just made columns for each color. And then I'm just filling in titles as I go. Then I have the 52 book challenge, and then the good, better, best, and actual goals for the reading month, so that I can keep track of how much I am actually reading. And then I have the whatever this is, the checkoff list. And then I have my review pages, which I started out just kind of cramming a whole bunch onto 2 pages. So these are, I think, 3. And then I wound up deciding to do just 1 book per page. So that way I have a little bit more room to write about them. I have a little bit more room to decide whether, what genres it belongs in, what tropes it belongs in, that kind of thing. So, and then I just decorate with washi tape and stickers, because that is what I like to do. So, yeah, that's what I have. So there we go. I'm about, where are we now? Here we go. So we are yay much through the journal now. So there we go. That's what I've got. So yeah. Anyway, I got distracted, so sorry. Cat's Chaos Cafe. Hey yo, hello. How are you? Hope you're doing well. And Stacy says, I want to work, but I don't know if I can keep focused on one item long enough to get something done. If that's the case, make yourself a list of 3 to 5 things and just like see what you get into. Yes, it is Father's Day in the US. It's normally a little later in the year. It feels like, later in the month. It normally falls sort of like on the 26th or something, but I think it's just I think it's like the third Sunday. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the third Sunday of the month that it's supposed to fall on. So some years it's later, some years it's earlier, I guess. CB says, Happy Father's Day to all the mothers who have to be both parents. Yes. Yes, yes. It's also Father's Day in the UK as well. Gotcha. Keiko is the math. Yes. Yes. So that's by Jeshi Corinne, which if you don't follow her, you should. She's absolutely hilarious. So that's how you spell her channel name. So yeah. And okay, so CB is in particular thinking of your own mother, Vicky Guerrero, and Martha Hart, for mothers who've had to be fathers as well. Stace says, do you know that genre means in French? Genre means French. No. Genre in French means gender. You thought that was interesting. I wonder if they have a different name for the genre of books and movies. They probably do. They probably do. Just Eva says, hey, hello, welcome. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Third Sunday of the month, or the Sunday after President Voldemort's birthday. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so I have a little bit more writing to do in the reading journal. And I also need to set up some things for next week in my regular journal. So that is what I'm going to be doing for at least one sprint. So that's what we're doing for at least one sprint, and then I will see if I'm feeling more editing brain or drafting brain today. Keiko, CB does not like to say Trump's name, so a lot of times we refer to Trump as His Orangeness, President Voldemort, whatever. So yeah. Cool Gamer says, hey, hello, how are you? He earned the nickname the hard way. Stace says, according to Google Translate, it is the same word. Interesting. I guess it's we do have words to have multiple meanings here as well, so makes sense. Yeah, his orangeness is my nickname. So, you know, instead of, he probably thinks of himself as some sort of royalty. So instead of calling him Highness, I just call him His Orangeness, because he always has spray tan and his hair is unfortunate colored with the spray tan, is what I would say. Exactly. His orangeness. He would look much better in the orange jumpsuit, but whatever. I don't think that'll ever happen. CB says, I think it was J.K. Rowling who called him that first, though. President Voldemort? Possibly. You just say 45. That works, dear. Yep. Okay. So we need a card for today, and then we need some focus, which hopefully will not be too elusive for us today. I did spend yesterday decluttering with my mom, and so it's like true decluttering with sentimental things or things that you've collected over the years takes a lot of effort, especially when you have someone who grew up right after she was born in 54. So her parents were like part of the World War II after effects of like, they knew about rationing, they knew about, all the hard life. And so they were also Catholic, which means that there were a lot of them, which means there was not as much to go around. And so mom has had, for the entirety of her lifespan, she's always had the mindset of saving things. Somebody else in the family can use it. Somebody else in the family might want it. I can find a use for it one day. I might not be able to find it when I need it, so I should hoard it now. And so there are a lot of psychological things that go into that. But so she's not like a true hoarder, but she's not far from it. So having her allowing me to sort of like help with the decluttering and be there as sort of like that sounding board of like, are you going to ever read this again? And then she's like, well, the boys might want it. Our nephews, or my nephews, who are very, very, very young and are not really interested in old books. It's like, well, we can put them in a bucket for my brother and the boys to go through when they are here. They're going to be in Georgia on vacation somewhere at the end of June and beginning of July. So it's like, we can put it in a bucket, they can go through it, and if they don't want it, then we can donate it. But otherwise, if it's not going in there, we need to make a decision. And sort of encouraging her of like somebody else is going to love it. This is going to be a perfect gift for somebody else who likes this topic as well. So it's kind of like having me as that sounding board and also trying to encourage her for that. I mean, I have my own hoarding tendencies in terms of books, but going through some of the more sentimental things that reference books as well. She's like, well, I might need to look up something. It's like, it took a while to do. We really only did part of 2 bookshelves, and they held some knickknacks and things other than. We also went through some picture frames and things like that. We went through a big, massive tub of picture frames. Some of them had pictures in them. Some of them did not. So of the big, massive tub, she was able to let go of 6 frames. So it's not always ideal. We may have to circle back to it, but it is a work in progress. So yeah, poverty mindset, the lack of, your mother was born the first week of 45. Ooh, yeah. Poverty that carried over from the Great Depression can still be felt for sure. Yeah. And it does not help that 2008 happened, and then, prices of housing at the moment, and, all of the inflation and all the things does not help. So, we're working on it though. Anyway, I pulled the Peacock today. Let It Shine. So it's your encouragement, I guess, to do some decluttering with someone you love today, or at some point when you have the emotional bandwidth to do it. Anyway, here's the Peacock. Let It Shine. When is the last time you shook a tail feather and shined your light for all to see? Within each of us is a peacock spirit yearning for expression, and you are called now to show the world the gorgeous creature you are, for you are a manifestation of spirit. Come out from the shadows, the peacock says, and show your true colors so that others may be inspired to express their own exquisiteness. Dance as if you remember that you are made of stardust and grace, filled with the life force energy and sparkling light. You are a channel for divine love, and your dance is one of a kind. Catch the light and help it shimmer and dance in celebration of your good fortune of being right here, right now. The spirit wants you to be joyful so that others may get up and dance along with you. So there you go. There is your peacock friend who is encouraging you to dance, to reveal your uniqueness, and shine a light on whatever it is that you intend to shine a light on. There we go. All right. Keiko's reminder, boop the like button. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You also grew up in a single parent home and you were not affluent. Yeah. Your grandparents were born a year and 6 months from World War II. That's if you remember correctly. Even a study on us Germans, how the two post-war generations are still imprinting on the generation of today with behavior and social norms. Yeah. It's definitely a generational. Some of it's trauma, some of it's wisdom, a lot of it's trauma. CB's going to run to the store and get some cheese, and he'll be back in a while. Excellent. Okay, so again, I'm going to work on my journaling first, setting up for next week, doing the reading journal updates, all that kind of stuff, and then I will be either editing or drafting, and I will let you know when I get to that point. Also, I have been really slacking. I did not put up the picture poll for today, did I? Okay, here is our picture poll, the thumbnail for today. And I think I labeled these as left, which is dark and moody, and right, which is elegant and bright. So pick a character. It could be character atmosphere, it could be your character makeup, whatever it is. But pick a character, left or right, moody and dark, or elegant and bright. Whichever your little writing heart desires for today. Nope. Yes. Okay, I'm going to start us off with a 25, I think. And maybe, yeah, let's do this cat yoga. Make it big. First sprint. Okay, so 1, save your document if you've already been working today. If not, now is a fantastic time to pull up whatever document you think you're going to be working on today. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up this one. Okay. All right. 2, make sure that you have something to hydrate with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, how we doing? I'm very much out of focus, apparently, because I was sitting with my head down, working on the reading journal. I'm updating table of contents, that kind of stuff. I did finish doing my review / blurb thoughts on the 2 books that I had intended to do so. So that is done. But now I'm working on a couple other things, that the updating of table of contents and such. So progress, very much progress. But I have realized that I need a new, what number is this? 243. I need a new one of these. This is the mint color. Yeah, on cream paper. 243. Here we go. This one. On cream paper, that's what it looks like. And on white paper, did I do the full shebang over here? I should have, yes. On white paper, looks like that. So this is one of my go-tos quite often. I used this mainly last year, I think, because this was actually the color of my journal. And so I kind of kept that color theme running quite often. But yeah, it's getting kind of dry, so I need a replacement for that one. Put that on my to-do list. But for right now, we're making do. But yeah, how'd you do? Did you get some work done? Did you figure out what you wanted to focus on or attempt to focus on? Keiko says, I'm watching some funny videos. Thomas said, well, my internet went out. Oh, no. Oh, no. Are you on a hotspot, or are you, did it come back on? Hopefully it came back on fully and you don't have to worry about it going off again. But yeah, been there, done that. That's the word. Like when you're immediately, as soon as the internet goes out, you immediately start wanting to do all the things that you need the internet for. Feels like when you're told, like, you can't do this, that's when you're like, oh, but if only. But yeah, so done that for sure. Okay, so I do need another, at least partial sprint, because I did not make it over into my regular journal yet, which this is next week's layout. Got a typewriter and a stack of books. But yeah, so that's next week's. I really didn't do much with this week's journal. So we're going to have to figure out what it is that I am no longer liking about this layout and figure out how to fix it, because the second half of the year is coming up and I need to make sure that I am working on stuff. Keiko says, on your end, YouTube is struggling real hard. I don't know if it's just like, do we have solar flares today? Thomas says, it's back on for now, but you got to love the internet in rural USA. Yeah. Yeah, that is a thing. Because the internet companies usually prioritize more urban areas where there are more people to complain and call about them and, you know, all that. But on your end, on Keiko's end as well, it's struggling. Are they still doing constructions on the train lines? Was that in your area? I'm trying to remember. And if so, do the internet lines also run along the train lines? I wonder if that has anything to do with, I could be misremembering, but I'm not sure. because I can't remember. Anyway, so let's do another sprint, and hopefully the internet will sort of like sort itself out for you. Cross my fingers, hope that works. Let's see. Megan took the dogs out and now you're eating a salad. Nice. What's your favorite go-to salad dressing? Because I go back and forth. I love a good ranch, of course, because ranch is ranch. I also love a good like sort of poppy. I don't know what else is in it besides poppy seed, but it's usually just sort of touted as like the poppy seed dressing. So I like ranch, I like the poppy seed, and I like whatever they put on sort of like the Southwest corn and chicken and tortilla crunchies salad stuff. Megan says, I go traditional Italian and mix your own blend of olive oil and balsamic vinegar. Ooh, that sounds delicious as well. CB says, okay, I'm back. Excellent. What kind of cheese did you get? My lactose intolerant self is curious and misses cheese so much. We had occasionally I will have cheese anyway, and it just, you know, it goes through my system. But I miss cheese a whole lot because I don't normally have it anymore. Anyway, let's go ahead and do another sprint. I'm going to set us up for the 30-minute waterfall. Nope. Here we go. Grated cheddar. Nice. If I can remember how to press the buttons in the right order, that'd be fantastic. Also, again, don't forget to vote for our thumbnail profile pick, which is the left-hand side, the moody and dark, or the right-hand side, elegant and bright. All right, here we go. 30 minutes. 1, save your document, even if you haven't added anything to it. Save it. 2, make sure that you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I finally finished working in my journals. I really didn't work that much in my regular Bujo. I have a whole lot to do in there, but I did finish working in my reading journal, updated the table of contents. I also started a index of titles in the back, although I accidentally skipped a page. I was going to do, like, I have a double spread here, and then I was going to flip the page and do another double spread, but I accidentally skipped a page before I started doing the lines again, so I just kind of left it. And I will see if I read enough books to fill out all that. But yeah, that's where we are. So, and then I started editing because I don't think I have the energy at the moment to do first drafting. So we're doing editing. I don't know why that's like different energy levels for me, but that's where it is. We've done the stuff in the journals as far as I think I want to do for the moment. I'm still thinking of what I want to do for sort of like my 6 months check-in for 2024, and then for July. I think July, I was going to do sort of like the sunflower. Yeah. I might do the sunflower windows for July in my regular journal, but I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. I also have sort of like the pink cherry blossoms I could do, but that doesn't seem very, very July summery to me. So, oh, room for an illustration. I could do some sort of illustration or something in there, but we'll see. We shall see. It's mainly the question of like, am I going to have room in this particular book for that many titles? Because that's going to be the main thing. Because what am I up to? I think I'm up to 30 some entries. So let's see what that is. We're up to 39 entries in the journal, and we're on page 58 with that. There are 174 free. It's like up to page 174 free. So I have about 100 more. So I might use up those pages for the index of titles. I might, but either way, we'll see. We'll just go along as it goes, because I did not make this like a 2024. This is just a reading journal, and it's going to get finished when it gets finished, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to use up this. So also, that was the second sprint, which means it was the self promo type sprint. So if you have something that you want to promote, make sure you do so. I also need to pop up here is our picture poll for today. The other thing is, I think I may have gotten everybody's channel except for, let's do Did I get Tessa's? I don't think I did. Okay, there we go. I posted links in the chat for everybody who had commented thus far. So make sure that you check out and subscribe to your fellow writers. All that fun stuff. But yeah, so I made a little bit of progress. I've gone through 2.5 pages editing wise. So hoping to get a couple more pages done next sprint. But yeah, that's where we are. So here is Thomas A. Hunt. Find info about my current work in progress here. Author Thomas A. Hunt. .mycanva.site. Becky, hello, welcome. You jumped in the middle of the second sprint. You don't have a channel per se. It's your first time here. Hello, welcome. Virtual sprints help your ADHD. You write historical drama, ooh, and high fantasy, both great genres. Excellent. And also welcome. Welcome, welcome. We have our picture poll up at the top of the chat. So picking a character on the left side, dark and moody, or on the right side, bright and elegant. Those are our picture polls for today. Tessa says, I'm just starting on my daily prompts. Excellent. Also, Tessa came in and said hello, and unfortunately did not win anything at bingo. But when we were decluttering yesterday, I found our bingo game. We have a physical bingo game for that had been my grandmother's, and so I'm hoping that maybe we'll play that with my nephews when they are here. So I also checked out, and there are a couple of pubs that do bingo night, but they are currently suspended until the school semester starts back for college. So I'm gonna have to find some place to do bingo. But yeah. So Becky got 284 words of your work in progress. That's been amazing. You're just drafting at that point. Excellent. Okay. Gotcha. CB says, I'll be back shortly. I'm going to go and raid the freezer for dinners for the rest of the week. Excellent. Yes. Meal planning and prepping. All good things. All right. Let's go ahead and set up another. I think maybe I'll just rewind the same timer. Use the same 30-minute waterfall timer because I like it. Share screen. Oops. Make it big. Make it bigger. There we go. All right. So 1, save your document. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How we doing? Hopefully we're doing good. I'm now on page 9. Um, I was on page 2.5 before, so I was on the third page. But so that was a pretty good sprint. Doing editing, sort of getting the gist of things down. Making sure that I'm fixing any typos I see, all that kind of stuff. So I'm on page 9. Um, I did go on a minor side research quest, minor side quest. And so uh, the physical book that I'm reading at the moment, the author doesn't say where they're from. I know they're American, but it didn't say where they're from or where, whatever. So I had to do a little bit of internet diving, and the author and his wife apparently have publishing, like small publishing house. And he consistently does not say where he is. It does say like where their next public appearance is going to be for like signings and stuff. But so I could make an assumption there, but I'm not. Anyway, his wife, on the other hand, his wife has in her bio that she lives in the sweetest place on earth, which isn't a moniker for Hershey, Pennsylvania. So I know, confirmed, because their next like outing is in Pennsylvania. So I can reasonably assume that they live in Pennsylvania. So that means that when I finish this book, I will actually be able to add to my domestic challenge, which is great. So I did 5.5. Is that right? Pages? I think that's right. Anyway, so 5.5 edited. How we doing? How we doing? Yeah, CB is getting ready for meal prepping for Camp Nano, which is going to be starting in July. So yeah, CB's going to be ready. Becky is now at 764 words total. Your daily goal is 500, which means you have surpassed it. Yay! Excellent. Good job. Stacy says, I'm now adding my CDs to my Libib library. Is that like your, is that Libby essentially? I don't know if that is a different name or. So it's a library management. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's essentially your own little mini library information. Yeah. I need to transfer some music to my iPhone that I have on CD. I know at some point I have I have ripped the CDs from CD form to, MP4s or I don't know what whatever the Apple format is. I know I have put it in my Apple library before, but for whatever reason, I think because my old phone did not have enough space, I took off a whole bunch of music and it deleted it from my Apple library, which is a whole thing because I deleted some that I had only purchased digitally, and now it doesn't have record of me purchasing them, so I would have to repurchase them. But anyway, I want to put some of my older Florence and the Machine CDs on my phone because Florence is a jam. And yeah, apparently it's also a summer jam for me, which is why I'm just I want to listen to Florence now. So it is a database for books. Okay. Becky says, with that, I'm going to sign off to go talk to your grandpa for Father's Day. Thanks for hosting. You're welcome. Thanks for joining us. With the Libib app, you can have movies, music, video games, and they are also beta-ing board games. Nice. CB says, the only thing I miss about my Xbox 360 is that it could play and rip music. Your PS4 doesn't do that. Gotcha. CB says, the new Bon Jovi album is awesome. Good. I'm glad. Sorry. Okay. I think we're good. Sorry, sneezing. Did not mean to try and sneeze all over y'all. But yeah. Okay. All right. I think we can fit in one more long sprint and then see where we are in terms of time. Share sprint or share screen. Fourth sprint. All right. Here we go. So 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is that you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3 is straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4 is make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. We have managed to get that sprint done. How'd we do? I'm now on page 20, almost on 21. Oh, we're almost done with page 20. So that was another good sprint. Editing takes brain power and eyeball power. But yeah, so we're doing okay. Oops. Screen, window. In terms of our pick a character for today, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. The left-hand side, the dark and moody, is the winner for today with 77% as opposed to 22% for the bright and elegant. This one is Mondays, I think, if I have this correct in my brain. So pick an old mentor, pick an old NPC, a grandfatherly, wise character for your story. I just like the way they both are sort of smiling. I like it. This one is Wednesdays. This one is Fridays, I believe. So, but yeah. Oops. Somehow I've clicked things that I should not be clicking. There we go. I think since today's Father's Day, I'm planning to make something nice, one of my dad's favorite meals. So I think I'll probably go ahead and end the stream here. That way I have a few more minutes to to do the prep work for the meal. But yeah, so thank you very much for joining me today. I will hopefully see y'all tomorrow, and we will kick off another week of fantastic work. So thank you very much. Don't forget to save, and I will see y'all later. Bye.